interesting stuff as well. We've had some uninvited guests, shall we say, who interrupted things, and I just wonder where you stand on that.
Well, obviously, what do you expect? You know me better than most, Hazel. I'm furious about it that someone has the audacity. In a way, I feel not sorry for the protester, because actually, whatever cause he's supporting, and I'm not going down there because I think that's another discussion, but I think he actually did that cause a disservice. I think he probably annoyed more people that someone would have the audacity to involve a sporting arena, which is there for fun and entertainment, to try and put across his own cause. He did his cause immeasurable harm that day amongst the average British public. And surely, in his case, he's trying to build his cause. So, number one, huge failure for the protester. Number two, my business survives on selling tickets to people. And these people are important to me. I'm not silly. Without them, I don't have a business. So I'm not going to put up with someone spoiling someone's entertainment. In the next couple of days, I'm writing to the 400 people that were on that side of the arena and inviting them to join me, and I'm going to go with a civil law course against that protester. And I'm claiming back, there's no money, I will underwrite all the costs personally, there's no money on anywhere else. I'm going to claim back their travelling expenses, their ticket price, their overnight hotel accommodation, whatever expenses they incurred, they were robbed. That was theft. And if we don't stand up for ourselves in the world of sport, this is going to happen everywhere, because sport is such an easy target, isn't it? If you're on the 18th green and the old course, you know, you can't. There's 7 kilometres of track around Aintree. You can't. Yeah. You need thousands and thousands. So how do we put up with it? Small court claims. There'll be hundreds of them. Enjoy your life, young man. You're going to be spending a lot of time in court.
Very interesting, because I know you were very strong in this the other day, Barry, but this has obviously moved it on a bit. You were talking generally that Britain being a bit of a soft touch.
Well, we are a soft touch, but that's a criminal charge, which I don't want to get. That's not my job. That's the authorities. My job is to protect the people that support me by buying tickets for events. And I will stand by them. So I'm going to write to them and say, would you like to join this case? There's no cost to you at all. And please list the expenses that you incurred on that night to attend the day the protester come through. And then we'll take a civil action, not a criminal case. We will take a civil action against him, and I will pursue it. And he's one person, but that's one person too many. And I think other people involved in sport should take a similar action, because sport cannot afford to lose customers, and we have to stand up and be counted. The protesters, we live in a democracy. Please protest as much as you like. I believe in democracy. I don't believe in anarchy. And I'm not going to stand for it affecting one of my sports.
As usual, very strong on these things. But very strong here was the response, I think, as a community, a sporting community, because, John, you were there. We talked about the galvanising effect almost of that, and the reception and the response in the arena that evening. Did you feel the way the sport came together there?
Everywhere I've been, and, you know, talk to taxi drivers and things like that. It's a great way of finding out what the British public think, isn't it? But, you know, everywhere it was unanimous. Apart from one person, there was a chairman of a football club, who I won't name him because it would be unfair, who is a supporter of that particular protest. And he was quoted as saying, a small disturbance is not such a bad thing in the bigger picture. Or he's worth it. He's worth it in the overall. That type of attitude has got to go. We cannot let people run over us. We're too quiet too often. And I've never been too quiet. So I'm going to support my people that support me.